historically, organizations could win grants just based on the strength of their idea and the alignment with their mission. But today, particularly recently, funders are really looking much more closely at whether an organization is ready to manage the funding successfully. So particularly if you're seeing newer government grants from the federal government, but even your foundation grants, you're going to be seeing a lot more questions about your readiness, about your capacity to actually manage these funds when you get them. So for me, that is one of the biggest pivots that I've seen in the past several years, although it has been happening sort of over the past 10 years. Really, it's kind of hit now. You really need to be able to demonstrate several things. One, what's your financial readiness look like, including your financial management practices? Do you have your internal controls in place? Can you articulate those? Think about this ahead of time before you begin the application, and really lay out, how do I describe to someone that I'm ready and able to manage these funds and be a good steward? Little things like approval processes and payroll certifications are all important in articulating that to your funders. Your compliance readiness, right? Like, how do you know if what costs are allowable? How does your team across team functions understand and all are on the same page around allowability of cost? Huge piece. Procurement, but also things like sustainability planning. How are you going to be able to sustain what you want to do with this funding once that funding is over? What's the financial plan for that? What is your strategic plan and your operational plan to be able to continue this work? Because nobody wants to fund work that goes away when the funding is gone. Yeah. And then one of the biggest things that why you and I get together, get along so well, is what's the alignment between financial data and program outcomes? Now more than ever, that is really important. And that is the hardest part, because you have program people reporting program data, you have finance people reporting financial spending data, but today these things really need to cross, and you have to be able to demonstrate how that spending on the finance side is really tying to what you said you were going to do, and then what did you accomplish?